This is a HeadGum podcast.
Bonus Thursday episode brought to you exclusively by Ballpark Flame Grilled Jerky.
All right.
Took 180 episodes, but Ballpark finally made a flame grilled jerky.
Just for us?
Just for us, just to sponsor this Bonus Thursday episode.
Good stuff.
They sent us packs and packs and packs. Stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yo, we got jerky on deck, boss.
And it comes in so many delicious flavors: original beef, bourbon, barbecue beef, peppered beef, barbecue pork, and teriyaki pork. Ever had pork jerky before last week?
Nope.
It's actually pretty darn good.
Yeah, it turns out we like it.
They call it tough and tender because it is tough and tender. It's delicious. I don't know what else to say. It's jerky, so you know it's good. But then in addition to it just being jerky, it's actually good jerky.
Yeah.
And they're sponsoring our show.
Yeah, we got a whole entire Thursday episode thanks to them.
The theme of this episode is going to be tough and tender. We asked for people to tweet questions at us with hashtag tough and tender.
Wow.
We're just going to try to plow through them like we did the jerky that they sent us.
Right. This is a very unique Bonus Thursday episode.
A lightning
all
round.
Twitter, all hashtag, all tough, and all tender.
And it's thanks to, once again, Ballpark Flame Grilled Jerky. Let's get started.
It's Jake, and his good friend Amir. It is Jake and Amir. It is Jake and Amir. It's Jake, and his good friend Amir. If I were you, the show. If I were you, the podcast show. They give advice that's hashtag dope. If I were you, the show starts now.
It's incredible.
Not epic enough.
A single tear rolling down my cheek.
We deserve more.
No.
We deserve more bombast.
That was a national anthem.
Thank you to Chris and Amanda for that. Their last names are so close, but not the same. Amanda's last name is Goret, and Chris's last name is Giorgetti. But they're both spelled with a Guereotte.
Very interesting.
So Amanda and Chris, thank you for that. We don't usually get full marching band themes, but we'll take what we can get.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, I think we should start soliciting some more because I really enjoyed that. It was moving.
This is a special Thursday episode, like we mentioned before. We're answering all questions. We usually get emails with a little bit more in-depth problems that we try to solve.
Sometimes, to be honest, they're a little bit too in-depth. So we're going to take to Twitter for this one.
Yeah, we are looking at questions that were tweeted to us with the hashtag tough and tender, because that's what Ballpark Flame Grilled Jerky is.
Of course.
And we're going to do our best to answer as many as we can in the next, let's say, 45 minutes.
All right.
But before we get into that, what do you think of my voice? What do you think of my new voice, I should say?
I think it is hoarse.
Oh?
I think it is coarse.
No.
And I think you are going to listen to this episode and feel a little bit of remorse. You're sick.
I think I'm not sick.
You're ill.
No, absolutely not.
I hear you hacking, coughing, going
wheezing.
like all the time.
Yeah. Well, what am I supposed to do? How else can I get the diseases out of me?
To be honest, I would think that hacking that way must irritate your throat a little bit.
Oh, like I should just swallow it.
Yeah, but no, I don't know, because I would do the same thing. I'm very thankful I'm not in your shoes.
My diseases always work the same way, which is I feel a little dryness in the back of my throat. That's day -1. And right off the bat, it's very meaningless, but I know.
You know when it's coming, right?
I know what the next 4 days will be like.
Yeah.
A little dryness. I seem fine. I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but I just know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard you lose your voice this badly, though.
Well, because what happens next is a sore throat, then that goes away, and it goes into my nose, and then when that goes away, I get the last little bit of irritation.
We had an unhealthy week.
I poisoned my body, and
many a night.
I do deserve this. The question is, why didn't you get this? You deserve it too.
I will be sick. I'm going to a wedding in Mexico tomorrow. It's going to be lovely. I will get sick tonight, and I'll be sick the entire weekend.
Okay, thank you. That would really mean a lot to me.
Of course.
Because I would hate for me to be the only sick person.
I know.
It's very hard to track sickness. Like, I don't know if I've ever been sick when you were when I feel like the way you get sick, although people are contagious, it's never like the most obvious route.
Right.
Like,
well,
I don't think I'll get you sick.
I guess there are like different strains of cold and sickness, and like maybe I will miss this one, or maybe I don't know. I don't know how fucking medicine works, right?
You know what it is? It's gonna happen because I like touch stuff and then I pick my nose. That's the way I get sick, I bet.
Right. Well, I think so. Yeah, that's why you got to always wash your hands.
Yeah, I gotta wash my hands more often.
Yeah, that's when we go climbing sometimes. And if I like,
Oh,
you
God.
got to really thoroughly wash your hands.
Yeah.
I gotten sick at the gym, like because you're holding stuff that like everybody's
Yeah,
sweating
everyone's
on,
been
and then
touching
afterwards
it.
you're just doing like push-ups on
Yeah.
the sweaty ass
Oh,
floor.
God. Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay, can I get a muscle milk? And then
Yeah.
you take off the top, and then there
Yeah.
you go, just sucking.
Yeah.
You're sucking
And then
sweat and
the
chalk
worst-
and dust.
What we do afterwards, seemingly even worse, is we will crawl to the rib place.
Yeah.
We'll crawl on our hands
Licking
and
the
feet.
ground the entire
Exactly.
way.
So we'll rub this little trail.
Right.
Then I get to the place. My hands are just covered in soot.
Yeah.
Just absolutely caked in this asphalt. And I start eating the ribs, and it's sloppy, and I'm licking
Right.
my fingers, and so good.
And then you start to feel a little ill. You go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You vomit. Of
Yeah,
course.
I'll
And then you
puke.
look and you're like, that's a waste of money.
Right.
And then you'll scoop
I'll scoop the
vomit,
the rib puke.
vomit. Yeah. Right
So
back into your.
Yeah, I'm taking a ladle and I'm putting it into a Dixie
Right, but you don't
cup.
want to eat it because
No.
it's disgusting. So you
So I'll have a
you're
little-
putting it into your urethra. Of course, you have a little funnel that's.
You've heard of butt chugging? Mm-hmm. This is dick sagging. So I'm like Mork and Mindy when he puts his finger into the glass and the water goes
Now that's
down.
tough, but
Yeah.
it's also a little tender.
And I think that's why I got the cold. But we'll do our best. So right off the bat, you guys know that we're real deals.
Yeah.
We're smart dudes. Mm-hmm. So let's try to answer some Twitter questions.
Okay.
I'll still give these people fake names, or at the very least, I won't say who's asking them, just to keep them slightly anonymous.
Right.
First question, right off the bat. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Should I embrace the inevitable and already happening baldness and shave my head, or are there secrets to hair growth? Hashtag tough and tender.
That's a tough problem, and
Yeah.
it's tender because the bald spots on your head are probably getting burnt by the sun.
Absolutely. Next question.
We just explained why it's tough
Yeah.
and tender.
Well, I guess I know people who like have thinner hair, and I think the cool look is to shave it, grow a beard if you can. So shaved head, beard,
Yeah.
and then glasses.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a cool look.
I think it depends on the degree of baldness. If you have like basically a yarmulke on the back of your head of just skin,
Yeah.
then I would. Then yeah, it's better to shave than do a comb over or anything
Right.
like that.
The worst is that you trying to hide it.
Yeah, I think you have to.
You have to come out ahead.
Right.
Pun
You
intended.
you cannot be shy. Think
Yeah.
about like I think maybe even College Humor did this at one point. Like they photoshopped Vin Diesel's actual hair onto his head on like all of his roles. Like he
Right.
looks so badass.
Yeah.
But what is he really? He's just like he's a guy with male pattern baldness.
So here's what you do. You work out. You dedicate your life to eating well and working out for, let's say, 6 months.
You have to look too strong to grow hair.
Yeah. That
Like
way
The
people-
Rock.
So that way you look better just because you've been working out and eating well. It is going to suck for 6 months. So what? You don't have cereal and cake and pizza. It's 6 months.
But how do people describe The Rock? Do people say, "Oh yeah, he's like that bald guy"?
No.
Or do you say, "No,
No.
he's the most jacked guy in the world"?
Yeah.
And then also he's charming and has a good. Oh, is he bald? I didn't even know.
I didn't even know. Yeah, you want to be such a physical specimen, or at the very least, improve yourself a little bit. That way, people are like, oh, you look good. So right now, you might be not in that great of a shape. Your hair is thinning. You maybe pale a little
Right.
bit.
So they're like, "Oh, your hair's thinning." Like, no, I don't have any hair.
Yeah, and
it's
guess
all
what?
gone.
And feel my
motherfucker.
muscle.
Yeah.
Do you think,
that's.
I actually tweeted this at The Rock, but do you think he ever gets a cold? Can you imagine The Rock?
Did he ever respond?
No, I said, I'm like, do you ever get a cold? I can't imagine you sneezing. What is The Rock like when he gets the sniffles? What is The Rock like when he
so
takes
funny.
NyQuil and then he feels groggy in the morning when he wakes up?
Yeah, The Rock at his sickest is still better than you at your like peak
Yeah.
physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he must, at the same time, he must get like the flu or a cold or something, right?
I don't know.
He's not immune. Although if
Right.
you do keep your body in a great shape.
And like, what happens when he hurts himself? You know, like the other day I sort of twisted my ankle coming up the stairs.
Yeah.
I was like, ow, that was dumb.
Yeah, he
like,
tweaks. Does he ever
if
stub his toe?
Yeah, if he stubs his toe or shuts his finger in a drawer, like if it gets pinched for a second,
Yeah,
is he like, ooh, does he shake it? Or
you
is he
think
just
he-
like, that was nothing to me?
Right. Do you think he's ever said,
Oh,
that?
yeah, like if he burned his hand on a... Do you think he's ever just like had tea that was a little too hot?
Oh, yeah, I'd be like,
opened popcorn in the steam. This is sort of like
yeah.
Matt Damon, actually, now they're talking about it, but it's all physical stuff.
yeah, I don't think, there was this video of The Rock who like broke his finger. Remember he's like, I have to do this stunt for this movie. He's like live streaming. He's like, and look what happened to my pinky. And he pans down and his pinky's like at a right angle.
Jesus.
He's like, but I said, pop that sumbitch back into place. We got a movie to shoot.
God, he's cool.
So the answer is no. He doesn't ever stub his toe.
Do you ever get nervous, Rock?
Yeah. Does he ever get if he had to host the Oscars, would he get nerves?
I don't know. He seems like he's too charming. He's the most electrifying man in all of entertainment today, frankly.
So embrace it, shave it, improve other parts of your body.
Yeah, look, there's got to be some other bald, like, superstars that you can look up to, namely The Rock, and just, like, embody that.
The thing is, it will looks a little daunting at first, a little different at first, but then people get used to it.
Yeah.
Every new haircut is like even though a haircut that I got, the short on the sides thing, looked extreme for the first couple times.
Yeah, then you went back and you got a one on the sides. You're like, it's not short enough.
Right. Now I have to go shorter. Maybe I'll shave my head too.
That'd be cool.
Have you ever gotten a buzz cut?
Not since I was in, like, high school.
You buzzed it in high school?
Yeah, in high school I shaved my head.
What about your mohawk?
Yeah, and a mohawk. That was chill.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Are you done with the mohawk?
I don't know. I kind of... I think I like... What am I trying to say? I like the mohawk, but not as severe as it was on the sides and the back. Like, I basically want a mullet, I think.
Oh.
Like, shaved on the sides, fading into a mullet.
Then you want it, the mullet is like actual like hair that grows from the bottommost point of the mohawk down onto your neck.
Well, yeah, I don't want that. I want the back of my hair to be as long as the top of my head right now.
Right.
And then just the sides shaved, I think.
Right.
So, like, before there was a mohawk, there was like maybe 2 inches in on each side on the back of my head.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want that anymore. I just want the sides gone, the back normal. And I have no idea if what I'm asking for that, if that's like an average haircut, or if they're like, what the fuck is this guy talking
It's definitely
about?
not average, but the question is it cool?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not born even from me trying to be cool. Like, I did the
Well, where did you get this idea from?
Basically, because I saw the back of my head when I had the shaved sides all around, and it looked like I was wearing like a dumb little hat of hair.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I think I want hair on the back of my head. I don't care about it on the sides. I think shaving the side looks cool.
Interesting.
But on the back, I'm like, I think I like having hair back there. So that's it. And then you told me I looked like a French soccer player when I got the mohawk. So I was like, that's kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah, soccer players have the coolest haircuts.
Yeah, I was talking about this yesterday. Like, if we're talking, like, soccer players and basketball players have, like, really cool tight
Style.
haircut. And then baseball is just, like, the coolest thing you have in baseball is a goatee.
Yeah, why
Like,
is that?
I don't know. But it's, like, the worst fashioned sport there is, I think.
I guess because it's like, well, think of the people that play baseball. They're a little bit more like old-fashioned.
Right.
They're not like, it's not a cool, stylish sport.
Yeah. Oh, my
You don't
friend was saying, like, yeah, they don't even wear, like, performance hats. Like, the hats that they wear in baseball, I guess they're, like, to keep the sun out of your eyes. But,
Right.
like, really, they're not, like, it's not like wearing a helmet or anything.
And the pants are baggy and you wear a belt.
Yeah.
Baggy pants, belt, hat. How
Like,
can you
big
look
baggy
cool?
shirt. Yeah, and then you go, like, after football, soccer, basketball, like, there's at the press conferences, it's basketball especially, people just,
Yeah.
like, look fucking dope, you know?
Yeah, like the glasses.
the suits.
Yeah,
And then I feel like basketball is almost like about fashion in a way.
right.
Like, basketball shoes are, like, fucking dope. What are the new Jordans, the LeBrons, whatever, you know?
Yeah,
but
there's no,
nobody's
like, who's got
oh,
the newest cleats?
Yeah, I want the Derek Jeter t-shirt. He fucking sponsors a Ford Escape. How cool is Derek Jeter?
Are there even like hot baseball players?
Yeah, I don't know. Derek Jeter was like the hottest one for a long time, and he's
not even that hot.
He's a 7.
Yeah, he's a baseball 10, sure, but he couldn't get with girls if he was in the NBA. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if there are hot baseball players. I guess there are, but
even like Odell Beckham in football has like the big, like the puffy yellow afro thing.
Yeah, football, there's a lot of like really dope dreads coming out of helmets, and like there's a lot of dudes with long hairs.
Right,
it's pretty cool.
I think maybe it's just because baseball is filled with white people, and white people are inherently not as stylish.
Right, yeah. That's fair.
Can you imagine Ryan Sandberg just wearing what Russell Westbrook wears out?
Jason Varitek. Just wearing a nice form-fitted suit.
With big red glasses. Jason Varitek definitely gets sick. All right, another question. Hashtag tough and tender. How do you start to get over a long-term relationship? I mean, like, step 1.
Towards getting a long-term relationship?
To get over one.
Oh, to get over one.
Yeah.
See, this is another thing that's like, you have to embrace it the same way that dude's about to embrace his bald head. You have to be like, what are the things that I didn't get in my long-term relationship, right?
Right.
So, like, a shit ton of me time. Right off the bat, you were like, I love the idea of self-improvement after a long relationship, because I think the instinct is like to binge drink and like not take care of yourself and like wallow in your depression
and look worse.
Yeah, definitely like find comfort in like laziness and junk food and stuff. But I love the idea of just being like, I am going to kick myself into shape. Didn't we talked about like, just improving yourself, getting into good shape, taking care of yourself, going out there, meeting friends.
Right. Which is extra cool if you got dumped.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, look how much better I am now. And it's kind of a dick move if you dump somebody and then you become really hot and better.
Right. Well,
because then it's like, wait, why did you wait till dump me before you did that?
Well, sometimes when someone dumps somebody, it's because they're miserable in the relationship and they have to get out of it, so they're sad. It's like a whole sad ordeal.
Right. And exercising and stuff is a good way, 1, to feel better because it's like it's a natural high. Mm-hmm. And 2, you'll have extra time to do it because you're no longer in a long-term relationship, which, as you know, is a little bit of a responsibility and time commitment. Yeah,
exactly. And now you're going to look good too.
If you're in a long-term relationship, that's like 3 to 6 hours a day. Yeah. That's sort of lifted now.
It's gone.
That you're not texting, you're not emailing, you're not eating meals, you're not sleeping with, which is obviously some good, some bad, but at the very least you'll have more free time on your hands.
That's what you have, like, don't think about it as loneliness, think about it as freedom.
Oh, shit.
Like, I'm lonely? No, I am free.
Nah, I'm horny, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm horny, dude. I ain't lonely shit. I'm horny. We were talking about leading an exercise class. Not necessarily leading one.
But being a part of one.
Yeah, like some sort of like Michelle Obama-esque fitness promoting.
I am the first lady of If I Were You.
So yeah, we should do that. This is sort of planting the seed out there to see if people would be into it. But if we had like,
I just want Michelle Obama arms. I'm serious.
Yeah,
She's long and lean and like so toned.
Dude, I think you're actually slut-shaming her right now.
What?
All you care about is her body and not what she's actually doing with obesity. Yeah, because I'm like talking about how cool of a person she is, and you're saying
were talking about her
physical
exercise.
appearing. No, you're don't talk, because now you're mansplaining at me.
I'm not saying
you
anything.
are mansplaining. Can I mansplain something to you for a second?
Sure.
You don't know? Okay, don't even say sure, because even that's enough.
Okay, I'm not saying
don't even
anything.
say anything.
Dear God, man. That's
Swine.
awesome. Should we get to the next question?
Before we do that, we should rent out a gym and have everybody come and do a workout.
Well, like a CrossFit?
I don't know, because I don't like CrossFit. Oh, shit. I don't want to offend anybody that takes CrossFit.
No, because they get all kicked the shit out of me.
They're all stronger than me. But I don't like the idea of leading a shitload of people in CrossFit, because it's a great way for all of our friends to get injured.
But you do like the idea of a minimalist gym.
Yeah, I do. Just some nice, simple exercises that people can do at home.
Right. So you're talking about doing like a podcast where it's an exercise or like actual...
I don't even know if we should do a
meetup?
podcast, just like a straight up meetup where like we get a cool fitness instructor to lead everybody in a class.
Oh.
And then like, hey, we could tweet about it or we could Facebook about it. And then we go there and who knows, maybe like a couple dozen people show up and do some exercise with us and that'll make everyone feel good.
Yeah, that's nice. And then maybe we can start charging cash for it.
Yeah, and if any chicks show up, then we can screw them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we get to
dude.
get screwed and we get money.
I'm lonely. I'm horny.
I am scared. I am deaf.
I am coy.
Do men ever notice manicured nails, or am I spending my money on female validation? That was from Jeff Rosenberg.
Is it really?
No.
Oh.
Do men notice manicured nails?
Oh, Dave got a manicure.
Yeah.
Is that why you...
That's maybe why I thought of it.
Yeah, Dave got a straight up manicure last time. He doesn't take care of any... Like, he had lost his wallet, but he had perfectly manicured nails.
Yeah. If your wallet is a cigarette pack, maybe you should invest in a wallet, not a manicure.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Buy a loofah.
I wouldn't have noticed. I actually recently did buy a loofah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, not a loofah, a natural sponge. Anywho...
It is made out of recycled coral from the Great Barrier Reef.
I don't think I would notice manicured nails. Is it something that like makes the owner of the manicure like feel really good? I mean, I take care of my nails, and I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the goal of a manicure is not. It's not to get guys' attention. I don't think. I think it's like to feel better about
Oh, wait,
yourself.
a girl asked that question?
Yeah, girl.
She said, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I thought it was like a guy saying, "Is it okay if I manicure my nails?"
Oh no, it was like a girl saying, "I'm spending money on manicures. Like, do guys even notice?"
Oh yeah, certainly not. At least I don't at all.
I mean, guys barely even notice haircuts, which are so much more drastic.
Yeah,
Manicured nails is like such a small portion of the female anatomy.
but to me, I think a lot of that like maintenance stuff is about the person having it. Yeah, like you get a new haircut and you get your nails done, you're like, oh, I feel good, I feel confident. If it's making you feel good, then that's great. And if you feel shitty and you're only doing it for guys' attention, then don't, because that's fine.
Right. There's better ways to spend your money if you want to get a guy's attention.
Right.
Like you can buy a hockey jersey and then wear a hockey jersey.
Yeah. Or or if I saw a girl in like a Boston Red Sox hat, even though
Yeah.
I hate the Red Sox, I would be like, this girl likes baseball. I love baseball.
Like a worn Boston Red Sox hat.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of like a faded denim.
Right.
It's like a faded blue denim.
This is the second time we're talking about Boston Red Sox. It's Jason Veritek's daughter.
All right. Next question. Mm-hmm. I have a passive-aggressive roommate who won't tell me what bothers her. How do I make it to the end of our lease?
Oh, wait, sorry, say that again?
I have a passive-aggressive roommate who won't tell me what bothers her. How do I make it to the end of our lease?
How long is the lease?
Let's say 7 more months.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's really tough.
Can you move out? Can't you move out?
You can always move out. It's less serious of a breakup because, like, what you hate your roommate. What happens if you move out? The roommate hates you. I'm like, oh, good.
You don't live there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
And I think it's not a big deal to break up with a roommate because, like, you don't get along. And worst case, I guess, like, it's sometimes tough if it's, like, a friend of yours that you moved in with.
Right. What you do is you find a better place, and that gives you an excuse to leave. You say, look, I'd love to stay. I love how you don't tell me the shit that bothers you. I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
How you just sort of like, you get quietly angry, and then I ask you if anything's wrong, and you say it's fine quickly and walk away.
Right, but then the other day I came home and there were a bunch of dirty dishes on my bed.
Yeah.
So I feel like stuff is getting to you.
But I did find this awesome apartment, so I'm going to look for somebody to replace me here.
You just give a ton of heads up. You're like, I'm moving out for whatever white lie you want to tell, like whatever reason. You got a great deal on a place, or you are in a relationship, you're going to move out, and then you say, I'll deal with replacing me. That's all that matters.
Fake relationship. You say, oh, I'm going on a date tonight with Rory.
And then you come back, you're like, I actually eloped with Rory. And me and Rory.
The date went so well that Rory and I are already thinking of moving in together.
Yeah, and he has a fucking amazing deal on a 2-bedroom loft, and I'm going to move in with him. And and I'll find somebody to replace me, and I'll pay the rent until I do.
Yeah.
And there you go. And maybe your roommate will be like, you know what? I want to be in charge of finding your replacement because I want to be sure that I can get along with them because, as you know, I'm very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
So
you get that way you leave, and then whether she's mad at you or not, it doesn't matter.
The thing is, if you're noticing a lot of passive aggressive behavior, there's a chance that your roommate also hates you. So if you're like, I want to move out, they're like, oh, dope, yeah, awesome.
That'd be
the
great.
problem maybe arises if you're like, I don't like my roommate, but I want to make him or her leave, and I want to stay. But I think if that's the case, you can't unless you found the place.
Yeah, it's hard to do the force over. Like if you're driving fast on a highway, you get really close to the car in front of you and they move out of your way.
Right.
I don't know what the real estate equivalent to that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like, well, you could turn your apartment into like a drug den, get it to the point where the roommate wants to move out.
Yeah, maybe Rory moves in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So Rory's just always around.
Yeah. Rory overstays his welcome often.
He does. And honestly, Fish and Rory start stinking after 3 days.
You know how sometimes you like hock a loogie into your bathroom sink? Mm-hmm. Rory does that in the kitchen sink.
Yeah, and then sometimes he'll do that like not even in a sink.
Right, just on the floor.
Or into a bowl.
The other day, I saw Rory say like...
Who?
Rory came out of the bathroom, and he was like, there's no more toilet paper. And I was like,
Who is this?
I'll pick some up, Rory. And then he walked over, grabbed a roll of paper towel. Rory did it. And he, instead of taking it back into the bathroom, he just wadded it up. Rory, dude. He wiped his ass in the kitchen.
Rory's ass.
Yeah. Follow along.
I am.
And Rory, then he picked up the paper towel.
Who did? Rory.
Tossed it out. In the garbage.
Who did that?
Forget it, dude.
What?
Forget it, man.
Who did it to that?
How could you forget it?
You know what else I saw Rory do once? Rory.
Who did it?
It's like who's on first foot with Rory.
What did you see who do that?
Rory did it.
Rory did what?
Rory was like he like
who is he in this scenario?
Rory is sitting on the freaking remote during the big game.
Yeah,
so
and
the
the
channel would change. And
then what do you say to who was it again?
Rory.
What would you say to him?
Rory, you gotta stop sitting on the remote. And he's like,
What'd you call him?
Rory.
I didn't hear that.
Rory did it.
Yeah.
So then Rory, and then he would have his own remote.
That's insane.
Rory
would.
Just a classic Rory.
Such a Rory.
He's a classic Rory. How do you feel about girls with PhD? Not a medical doctor.
Huh?
How do you feel about girls with a PhD? I guess a doctorate degree, but not a medical doctorate.
Oh. Neutral.
Oh, it doesn't turn you on?
Or off.
It's just fine.
I guess if I met somebody that had a PhD or like, you know, they were extra smart, I would be like a little turned on. I'd be like, well, that's really cool. You tell me more about that.
Yeah, I'd be way into it. Like if I was dating a doctor of anything. Even if
Can
it was
doctors like that write prescriptions?
Yeah, I don't think you're focusing on the right thing.
Like if she could get me Xanax, that would be...
Right, yeah. No, I'm talking about a girl who like dedicated 12 years of her life to getting like a doctorate in economics.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily, or history.
Right. But I mean, like, still then that means she could get...
No, I don't think professors can get
you get Ritalin.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think I think you have to be an MD
like
to get
an Adderall, that would be fucking...
Right.
She doesn't get me that?
Who?
I would, Rory. I'd be down to date either a doctor or a girl with like a drug connect that like could get us Adderall.
And which one do you prefer? Like
Connect.
So if I can take like a history professor or a drug dealer.
Yeah. Anybody with that connect.
Yeah. The Connect 4.
We should take a break.
There is no break, man. This is all sponsored by the same goddamn thing.
Oh, shit, there's no break?
We could take a break and thank one more time Ballpark Flame Grilled Jerky.
Gracias!
But we don't have to stop. I mean, we could take like a kind of like an emotional respite. Maybe talk about our shows or something like that.
Yeah, maybe let's talk about the shows.
We do have 5 epic shows coming up.
I'm very excited about these shows.
2 in November. No, 4 in December.
Yeah. 4 in December.
2 in November. 4 in December. 3? Oh
Muhlenberg.
my God. We have 7 shows coming up.
Yeah, in the next 2 months.
Is that too many shows?
Perhaps.
First one is Wednesday, November 11th.
Wednesday is November? No, I think Wednesday is November.
Yeah, because Friday's the 13th.
Oh, okay. So
Tuesday, November 10th.
Yeah.
We're at Muhlenberg College.
Muhlenberg
College. I'll get
Yeah.
it right once we get there.
Allentown, what up? This is my homecoming show.
Really?
Well, in a way. I went to school in Bethlehem for a year, so
Yeah. So this is
my triumphant return to the steel town.
homecoming. I lived in Bethlehem for 8 months. And then the next day we're going to be in...
Or wait, maybe Allentown's Cole. I don't know. I'll figure it out by the time I get there.
Wednesday is our show in Philadelphia
Yeah, Wednesday Philly show. That'll be a fun one.
at the Helium Comedy Club.
We have not been to Philadelphia in like 2 years.
Yeah. And then Thursday, November 12th.
We've never done a live podcast in Philadelphia.
No.
Thursday, that's our true homecoming show.
That's the Brooklyn show. That's the one that's almost sold out.
Dude, that's not even fucking, like, that's not even just New York City. You know, that's Brooklyn, and that's not just Brooklyn, it's Williamsburg. We're going back to the hometown.
Yeah, that's the epicenter.
Oh, I love it.
My glasses are getting bigger already just thinking about it.
I'm nervous about what's going to happen after that show.
You think I'm sick now?
Yeah, dude.
I want to be fucking...
Come find me on Friday.
I want to be in
dead.
a goddamn fucking helicopter, Lamar Odom style, just being airlifted.
Pumped. You know, he only got airlifted to get pumped with more herbal Viagra. Right?
Really?
That was the emergency.
That was the helicopter?
There wasn't enough.
Thank God he survived so we can make these jokes. I mean, we probably shouldn't make him either way. But
Right, of course. But if you're not laughing at...
Yeah, honestly, you have to laugh at it. We have
It's so
to make
funny
jokes.
that people laugh. Yeah, like, we have to laugh. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, not all the time, right?
No, we're just assholes. You don't have to laugh. And then what about our December Northwest tour?
Yeah, that's going to be the real shit. That's starting
December 2nd.
December 2nd, we're starting in San Francisco, working our way up. San Francisco, Portland, Seattle,
4th.
Vancouver.
Yeah, that's the second... December 2nd in San Francisco, 4th in Portland, 5th in Seattle, 6th in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Vancouver is kicking ass.
We
Ticket
have
sales.
never been to Vancouver, and those shows are almost sold out.
Yeah, that's like it's selling at like 4 times the rate of the other shows.
It's amazing.
Canada's fucking bringing
I
it.
cannot wait.
I think we're bigger in Canada.
We should move there.
Are we hockey of ourselves?
Are we Hotline Bling?
Am I a Maple man? Because our shows
I'm a Maple man.
Our shows in Montreal, Toronto, and now Vancouver are outselling all the shows in America.
Yeah. Well, man, I can't wait for I love the Pacific Northwest. I really do.
It has it all. It has rain. It has wood.
It's green.
Yeah.
It's mountainous. Everybody's friendly. Things are fucking hip there.
Yeah, I think of green. I think of gray. Absolutely.
Gray and green. Just fog. Well, the summers are very lovely.
Absolutely. So those are the big shows we have coming up. Tickets for all of them available at ifiwereyoushow.com or jakeandamir.com.
We should really redo the Jake and Amir website.
Right.
We have to do that. That's the next big project, dog.
Thanks, man. Now that we got that headgum sign up.
We finally did it. Or Marty's dad did it.
Well, still.
Yep.
All right. Do you have time for more questions? What are we doing on time? Oh, 35 minutes-ish.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Has there ever been a fan theory better than your original intent? And what's the punchline to your favorite joke? I liked one of the fan theories that I only existed in your brain.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was like a Jake and Amir fan theory that
was one we considered embracing, but then it was like it was a little too tough to like shoehorn it in since we didn't, enter the series with that.
Right, it was tough and also tender.
Yeah, it was a little bit tender.
We did that Halloween episode that was like that.
Yeah, that's
where
true.
We made it seem like I had died 3 years ago and you were talking to me.
Right.
And you were quote unquote annoyed with me, but it was actually nobody there.
Yeah.
But then it turns out I was just actually there. Do you have a punchline to your favorite joke? You think he means Jake and Amir joke or any joke?
Any joke in general?
Any joke will do?
I mean, I can't think of this type of thing off the top of my head.
Didn't you once memorize a joke for when people asked you?
Yeah, I did.
Do you remember the joke?
It's a little off color. And this isn't the place for it.
Wasn't it about?
No, I can. It's a pedophile joke.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
This is a safe space.
So this is, guys, it's a little off color.
But if we have to laugh about it.
We
really have to
we
laugh.
have to laugh.
Yeah.
So it is, I believe it's something along the lines of my good friend Jessica came up to me the other day, and she was, Jessica? If we're going to do this, I'm not going to tell the joke. She came up to me and she was just appalled.
Really?
She was, there's something going on. And I was like, Jessica, what's the matter? She said, I just found out that that 2 out of every 10 families lives next door to a pedophile. Huh. And I said, geez, that's really bothersome. But thankfully, that's not the case with me. I live next door to 2 smoking hot 10-year-olds. I told that joke to a bunch of strangers in an elevator once.
And?
Deafening applause. They loved it. They loved it. They ate it right up.
What about the one about the bus?
Oh, the bus is another good one. So I was, I heard a story from, here, this is what it is.
Okay.
So I was riding the bus, and a woman got on, and the bus driver says to the lady, "Hey, lady, that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." And she comes, she sits down next to me. She's appalled. She's just, frankly,
a lot of the people in your stories are appalled.
Yeah, she was appalled. And I said, "Ma'am, what's the bother? What's the matter?" And she said, "That bus driver just insulted me." And I said, "Hey, you don't take shit from anybody. You go up there and you tell the bus driver off. Here, I'll hold your monkey."
That's funny.
Classic.
Yeah.
There's another one that I heard about a pedophile, actually. Last time I told the pedophile joke, a guy, these are all jokes I stole from Reddit, by the way.
Right. I mean, all jokes are jokes that you steal.
Yeah. So, this one I thought was really funny. There's a pedophile walks into the woods with a kid, and the kid says, "Hey, mister, I'm really scared." And the guy says, "Oh, you're scared? How do you think I feel? I have to walk out of here alone." That one's quicker, and it's funny.
Yeah, that means he killed the kid, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
or he,
obviously
fucks the kid and then just sprints away.
I mean, it's not funny, but we have to laugh.
We really have to laugh at the idea. Otherwise, I don't feel like
that's what every comedian wishes people would embrace.
Yeah,
you have to laugh.
Yeah, we just have to laugh.
Just because we're laughing.
Just because I made a weird joke doesn't mean we don't have to laugh.
Shit, this is a tough and tender thing that we should talk about.
Oh, good thing you wrote it down.
That's why I did it, because we missed for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
It's the official end.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It is coming to a close. TextJake.com is. We're gonna shutter the business.
It's been around for over a year, right?
Is it over a year?
I think so.
That makes me happy.
So for the last year plus, Jake has been receiving text messages from you guys and offering his advice on what you should respond.
Yeah, and we've gotten thousands. I believe it's thousands.
Yeah.
And every time I thought about shutting it down before, because it would sometimes get a little overwhelming, some texts would come in, and I would be like, wow, this person really did need a little help. And there have been a couple instances where some guys said that they've sent the text, and the girls said they sent the text and they've gotten laid. So that's made me feel really good.
You've helped people have sex with each other.
Yeah, I've helped people have sex. I've helped people break up. I've helped people
fire their housekeeper.
Yep. Just be kinder, be better.
And you also, I feel like this is a crash course in human psychology. You've gotten an intimate look into thousands of people's phones and their conversations with them trying to impress another human.
It's crazy how different everybody is.
So what have you learned? What have you gleaned from this?
I feel like one of the general rules has been, if the person thinks they're like, I don't want to come on too strong, or I don't know if this person likes me, but I maybe want to ask them out. If they're that sort of self-aware and humble, almost at least 90% of the time, I've been like, this is going great. Fire,
go for it.
Go for it. Ask her out, ask him out. It's usually going better than they think. And then the texts that are like, I just want to fuck this girl, so I'm really cool. What do I say? And then there's 4 texts to that girl where she hasn't responded with a question mark or even at all.
Right.
I'm I've definitely told people that have huge egos, this is going bad.
How do the huge egos get such a huge ego? And how do the humble people get so humble?
I don't understand. I think it's just like you're born with it. I don't think that it's like people have like earned these huge egos. They're just like, they have huge egos, and that's probably turning people off to them.
You want to hear my theory?
Yeah.
It's how attractive you were in high school and junior high.
I see.
So, like, I feel like I'm very humble because I wasn't like a hot teenager.
Right.
So I was like ingrained to me to feel bad about myself, self-deprecating.
Yeah.
So like when I'm talking to somebody and it's like going somewhat well, I'm like, oh, she's not interested in me.
Yeah.
Because I'm hardwired to think that.
It's interesting because, like, in a way, I wouldn't even advise you to be more confident. You could probably be like a little bit more confident, right? Just like to actually like take charge and ask people out on occasion or whatever. But most of the time, I think overconfidence is like
bad.
It's not very attractive to anybody.
Right. It borderline on cockiness.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be humble and then also confident at the same time.
It's true. And
so what's the plan? Can people no longer buy texts?
I think we should do one more week, because we announced it right now, right?
So this will be on Thursday, October 22nd.
How about on Monday? Like we'll do one more podcast announcing it, and Monday will be the last day to buy texts.
Monday, October 26th.
Yeah, so you can use them in the future, and I'll answer them.
Yeah, like if you purchase texts, Jake will still fulfill that promise to you.
There will no more text for sale after Monday.
After Monday.
But we'll still serve the texts that have been sold.
Got it. So if you have your ticket, or if you haven't, get it now, because your window of opportunity is closing. And then by Monday, it'll be shut forever.
Yeah, end of an era. It was a good time, though.
A solid year.
Yeah.
And we probably made close to $6.5–7 million.
It's interesting, just like capitalizing on humans like that.
Yeah. Well, what we did was like monetize your skill. So, for example, if you were a basketball player, you could have made that money easily.
Yeah.
If you were a carpenter, I'm sure you could have built enough tables to make $7 million in a year.
We took all the money and we invested it hard in some really risky stocks.
A
lot of day trading. Yep.
Penny stocks, really. Mm-hmm. And we lost it mostly all.
Yeah.
And what we're left with
we took the small profit, the meager profit to Vegas. We said, let it ride.
Let it ride on 22 black, baby.
And we lasted 4 spins. Amazing.
Yeah.
Like 22 black hit 3 times in a row.
And we just kept feeling the flow.
Let it ride. By the end, we were up,
probably $40–50 million.
And then we said, let it ride one more time, because if we hit, then we never have to worry about a thing in our lives.
Yeah, for generations, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it
hit.
And then we cashed out, and we took that bag of cash, and we fell asleep. And when we woke up, it was asshole gone.
I know.
It was
like we fell asleep on the fucking
cash,
on a mound of cash in the center of the MGM. Absurd.
Who
like by the
that?
Bell desk.
Who stole that from under
why
our nose?
Why did we fall asleep with it? Like we curled up on it like 2 weird cats.
Yeah,
just like
playing in our money hay.
Yeah,
our money stack. Mm-hmm. And now that money's gone.
Gone diddly on.
Unfair, uncouth, ungood,
unkind.
One last question.
Sure.
Then you really have to go.
Yeah, I have to pee actually. So,
at which point should you talk to the person you're dating about whether they're still on Tinder or Bumble? At which point should you talk to the person you're dating about whether they're still on Tinder? So let's say I meet someone on Tinder or Bumble. We haven't even spoken about Bumble on our show.
Yeah, Bumble's a good one. I like Bumble a lot.
Bumble might have surpassed Tinder.
Yeah, for sure.
Bumble is it's like Tinder with the wrinkle of girls have to message guys first, and if they don't message a guy within 24 hours, the match disappears.
It's amazing.
So I said it's like Bumble is like Tinder, but for people that know about Bumble.
Yeah.
So it's like a little more people your style.
Right.
People that listen to podcasts.
Yeah, that's true.
So check out Bumble if you haven't.
Easier for women to join that because there's so many less. Well, there's less creeps because you don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know. The creeps have sort of like a hurdle. You have to like them at first,
and you have to message them.
Yeah.
Girls have to message guys.
So, I wouldn't ask at all.
Never.
Probably not.
When do you delete it yourself? The problem with deleting it is like in the back of the guy's mind, they're like, there's no greater feeling than leaving one of these dating apps just dormant, running in the background for when you are single.
Yeah.
Because then you just got that whole like month or two of swipes just building up.
That's
So
interesting.
you don't want, like, for a guy to get rid of that, it's almost like he should wait until he's engaged. That's when he truly knows that he's not going to be single again for a while.
Well, I think when you really care about somebody, you probably stop caring about the swipes adding up.
Right.
So when you stop caring about that, then delete it.
Right. But it's a tough one to get rid of. But then you don't want to be like in a 6-month relationship and then have the girl be like, hey, my friend found you on Tinder.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess probably like before a month is up. If you've had an exclusivity talk, then you shouldn't be on Tinder.
Right. But you don't have to inquire. That's like, at which point do you have to talk to someone about if they're cheating on you or not?
Right. I think, and I wouldn't say like, are you still on Tinder? Are you still on, but like, I would just say maybe as casually as you possibly can, like, I deleted Tinder or something. Like, it was a big moment. Like, I don't know, be fucking cool about it, but you just let them know that you deleted it without any expectation of did you delete it or whatever.
Right.
And then maybe they'll volunteer that information. Maybe they'll say, I deleted it 2 weeks ago, you asshole.
Yeah, that's why it's better to just not bring it up. And when you feel comfortable, delete it yourself. Assume that the person you're dating is not also actively on it, trying to meet other people.
I think that's just like a pretty standard
an implicit agreement between guy and girl.
Yeah.
These questions truly were tough
And tender.
Absolutely. Thanks for everybody who tweeted at us. We'll be back on Monday with more regularly scheduled questions. Those can be emailed to us at ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com. Thanks one last time to Ballpark Flame Grilled Jerky for sponsoring this bonus episode.
For real.
Tough and tender jerky in a variety of flavors. Gluten-free, no added MSG, no artificial flavors and colors. If you're in the supermarket, check it out. I can tell you from personal experience that it is actually delicious. The opening theme song, again, was written by Amanda and Chris. This closing one was by Tony. It's a Stoney parody, a parody of the one that Stoney made for us back in the day.
A pair of Stoney.
Nice, dude.
Thanks.
Thanks to Jake. Thanks to Rory. Thanks to all you guys for calling in.
Who?
I'll be back on Monday with an even worse voice, if you can imagine.
Wow.
Hashtag sexy voice. We're out.
Listen up, everybody. This is what I'd do if I were you. If I were you. Listen up, everybody. This is what I'd do if I were you. If I were you. Jake and Amir need a name to preserve your anonymity.
Absolutely after life.
That's good. That's good. Even better. Listen up, everybody. This is what I'd do if I were you. If I were you.
Listen up, everybody. No.
This is what I'd do if I were you. If I were Jake and Amir, need a name to preserve your anonymity.
Absolutely after life.
That's good. That's good. Even better.
That was a HeadGum podcast.